it was 1975, 1976 we came in. It was D1, and I can remember playing back at Cerritos College. And we had I was being recruited by Augie Garrido. I was fortunate to be recruited by Augie Garrido and Dave Snow. And they brought us in here. And it was a very, very exciting time for us because it was D1. So we get in, we start playing, and all we could think about is just succeeding, just trying to win. And you had a young Augie Garrido, you had a young Dave Snow, Donnie Snedden. A lot of these guys are now Hall of Fame coaches. And we had me and Danny Boone, George Horton was on the club, Mike Cassar was on the team. And a lot of us were we came from Cerritos College. We got here, started playing, things started rolling. And then I can just kind of fast forward. We got to USC, played USC in 1975, and it was a good experience, good game. And Danny Boone he probably thrown one of the best games you could ever imagine. And we beat him 3-1. Good game. I got a ball coming over here. But it was funny, we had Dave Snow. We're getting recruited, me and Danny and Mike, and we're all getting recruited. And at that time, you couldn't even. They were trying to give scholarships away. So Dave says, "Who can play?" I said, "We had a guy named Jody Robinson. He is now playing in Bakersfield. He's an assistant head coach there. And we had a guy named Dave Chavez. He says, "You think they can play?" I said, "Yeah, they can play. Bring them on over here." And we played over here, just on left field, and it was 2 exciting years for me. And Augie Garrido goes on to be, one of the best, winningest coach in NC2A, especially Dave Snow and Donnie Snedden. But we just had it's funny. If you ever read Augie Garrido's book, and there was a lot of ball players that were here that just didn't have we couldn't hit, we couldn't throw, just underachievers, and then we wind up winning. And I think a lot of that had to do with the super coaching and just a fact that we could come together as a team. And those were great years. I could always remember them vividly. 37 years ago. And thinking about this is a legacy. It's the first time I've been back here in 37 years. And it's breathtaking to look out here and see these talent. Unbelievable. 50 major leaguers. It's incredible. And think that you were one of the people here, one of the cornerstones, until they got to Tim Wallach, and he was the big guy. They won a national championship in 79. I come out here and I look and I see, and after seeing the old field, when I was coming in with my good friend of mine, we've been childhood friends. We came in. I was coming down the freeway. I said, "Wow, where are we at?" I said, "Where's the field? Used to be right here, just an old park field." And now I looked at here, and the first thing I said to Mike, I said, "Mike, this is what Augie Garrido promised us." Well, when we went to College World Series after we beat USC, they said, "Who is Cal State Fullerton? What is a Cal State Fullerton?" So we go there, and I remember Augie going, and we went to one of these tailors up here. We had a whole suit, a blazer, and some kind of it was a shirt that was had all kinds of different patterns on it. It was unbelievable. So we get there, and we're playing Arizona State. Unbelievable. I said, Jesus. And it was a pretty good crowd. About 10,000 people were there. And they had an unbelievable team. They had Floyd Bannister started off. He's opening up 6 o'clock p.m., throwing 95, 96, 97 miles an hour. They had Kenny Landreau, #1 draft pick. They had Ricky Peters, Bobby Horner. They had Humphreys. Who else did they have? Bobby Pate. They had an unbelievable team. And then we get in there, and it was, they beat us 5-3, I think. We had our chances, but it was a good game. It was a very good game. Me and Danny, we played together in the Artesian League. I was at Artesia High School, he was at GAR. And I knew Danny. So we both went to Cerritos College. And at Cerritos, there's a Hall of Fame legendary coach, Wally Kincaid, just unbelievable. He's just a great coach, smart, way ahead of his time. So me and Danny are playing there. We won 2 back-to-back state titles. And I think Danny won, he was 10 or maybe 11-1 his freshman year. And the sophomore year, he was 17-1. So we both go, and we had a lot of scholarships. Danny had, I'm just trying to be modest, we could have went just about anywhere we wanted to. But Danny said, hey, you want to go? And where are we going to go? And at the time it was, he wanted to go with me, I wanted to go with him. Mike wanted to go with me. Everybody wanted to do a lot of different things. I said, hey, why don't we go to Cal State? Augie, you had Augie, you had Dave, they all went, Dave was an ex-alumnus at Cerritos College. Of course, you had a young Augie Garrido. I said, let's go there. Let's build a program. Let's see if we can do it. Let's build this program. Let's see if we can do that. D1. So we did. And Danny pitching was just, he was unbelievable. He had won so many games here, and then at Cal State, he's a typical pitcher. He's one of the best pitchers I've ever caught. So I went on and played a couple of years of pro ball, 6, 7, 8 years, and he was still one of the best pitchers I caught. He could do a lot of things on the pitching mound. He was tough. He was small. He was 5'7", about 130, 140, but he had control of 4 or 5 different pitches. He had a good curveball. He could work both sides of the plate anytime, throw any pitch he wanted to, anytime he wanted to, any part of the plate he wanted to. Something was going on in the dugout, so we're playing a game. He gets really upset. He stands on top of the bench, jumps up, and he hits his head on one of the 2x4s up there. Bangs his head. He was so mad, upset, mad, angry. But he used to get. We had an umpire out there called Spanky, and he was a guy. He was like a Rena umpire, and he used to get mad at Spanky. He'd go, hey, Spanky! That's it, Spanky. You're it. You're never going to ump here ever again. But he did it every inning. He was always doing that, consistently. But Augie, there's just he has changed so much as a coach. Of course, he's he's a Hall of Fame coach. It's unbelievable. I'm just happy to be a part of this thing. Just seeing all this stuff out here, it's incredible.